All of our hopes, or at least our wishes, came true because Kanye is back for Bully, and he just gave us new snippets and also new info on the record that is sounding pretty amazing. So today we're here to talk about all of that and how we're back in this rollout and it's not just dying down again. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and recaps everything that's been happening in hip hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So we talked about Kanye just yesterday, and we talked about how we hadn't gotten any new things on his Instagram, just that drone systems thing. Well, since then it's also gotten deleted, so that's not even up to date anymore. And we also talked about what a new snippet could be like. He gave us 6 new posts and is hinting at doing even more, getting even more active on social media. So today, let's go through this news and see what it can tell us for Bully, the new album that is now looking pretty good again, or at least it's looking pretty good that we're getting into this rollout and it wasn't just starting up and then immediately dying back down. It was kind of like the calm before the storm, I believe. So let's go through this. So first of all, he made a post about the new Yeezy SL01 that we've been talking about for the past couple of videos. And he posted them again and said the SL01 now has a nickname, the Yeezy Slides, which to me was kind of interesting because didn't we already have Yeezy Slides under Adidas? So maybe this is kind of like just a shot at Adidas saying that, look, I can just name my product the same way that you named your product with my name. I guess that's kind of what it is. We've also seen him express some hard feelings towards Adidas in the recent past and most generally as well. So I guess that's that. Then though, the second post that he posted was the most interesting because this is a picture of North, who apparently is cooking up something music related, and in the caption it just says training, so we can kind of tell that maybe he's training North to be a musician. But the snippet that we hear here also has these chopped up samples that we know from Kanye. They're always a good indicator that the forthcoming project will be pretty good. So this is the best sign that we could have gotten towards this new music. So this is actually a new snippet. Another one apart from Highs and Lows, apart from Oh No, My Hoodie, apart from Hide Ya Bitch. Now we have, I guess we'll call it training, even though, you know, that's likely not what the caption means, because the next post that he made was another video of North walking up to this mic. So he's again training her, and in the caption it read Training 2.0. So I guess this is really just referring to North's training of being a musician or of learning stuff from her dad. So I guess the snippet won't be called training, but the snippet is just whatever it's going to be. I don't know if you have a name for it yet. If you got a name for it or the community does, make sure to let me know in the comments. But so far, we're calling it training just because that was the caption, but it likely doesn't even mean that. He then went on to post, very interestingly as well, kind of like a mob action. And he said, for everybody that fights for me and for us, should we be called Yeezy Mob, Yeezy Army, Team Yeezy? I'm open to other ideas too. And this is kind of like, you know, suggesting that he's trying to build an army of fans that would fight for him, which has a weird, you know, tone to it. But I guess it's just mobilization of fans. And I mean, we've seen Kanye fans come together at listening experiences, The Life of Pablo, Donda. So it's not like, you know, Yeezy is unknown to getting these people together. He also talked a little bit more about this later on, but we'll go through the posts real quick, kind of finalize it, because the next post to me is the best one, the most interesting one for the new album, because it's just a picture of North again in front of this keyboard that we already had in that training clip. And he wrote in the caption, "This little girl made me love music again. She asked me to make beats for her. I got back on the ASR, chopped up beats for her album, and chopped every beats with my bare hand for Bully." Now, this is the best news that we could have gotten. Now, first of all, we know that now there is an album from her coming. He said he chopped the beats for her album. So there's likely going to be a North album. I mean, she's been getting more active in the music side of things as well. Bomb, for example, or Talking. Now, we also know he said he chopped every beat with my bare hand for Bully. So at least this is kind of a good sign. We don't know if he was doing that before too. Maybe he was chopping up and just the mastering and mixing was in the hands of just incompetent people. But this could also mean that we could see less AI on the record because he's talking about doing it with his bare hands. Now, this is not a guarantee. He could still use AI. I mean, he's mostly used it for vocals, so it's not even about the production. But maybe kind of this infers that. Let me know what you think about this. To me, this is the best news out of all the new posts that we got because it insinuates that he's back working in the old manner like we know that he does best. So that's the best news for me. Anyway, to finish it up, we had a picture of Master P, and he said, "My hero, okay, that's my last post for 12 hours, but when I come back, it may be 20 posts, so don't trip." And this was posted 6 hours ago, so if you're watching this right now, we're only a few hours away from another posting or another group of postings from Kanye, because he said his last post for 12 hours. So it'll be very interesting to see what the next couple of hours bring when Kanye actually drops those posts and what they tell us about the record. Of course, I'll be here to keep you updated as soon as they drop, so make sure you stay subscribed or subscribe if you haven't yet to not miss out on that. Now, interestingly, I wanted to also showcase stories that he posted. He posted some songs as well, but those were less interesting. But he did post a couple of comments on apparently one of his posts, and kind of showcased how people were making suggestions for how his army should be called, and just different people saying that Ye is the GOAT. So even in his stories, he's talking about this army of people that would fight for him. So I guess he's really trying to mobilize all of his fans, all of his listeners to come together to be the Yeezy army. We'll see however he wants to call that. But I mean, this is pretty big now because just yesterday we didn't think that there would be something new coming. Also yesterday we talked about the interview that he could be doing with Justin LeBoy for the Download podcast. So that could still be coming up, which would be very exciting. So also keep an eye on that because that might be dropping any day now. And I mean, as it looks like right now, we could be getting Bully in any of the coming weeks. At least that is what this just amount of info that Kanye is giving us and the amount of publicity he's generating is kind of suggesting. But I do want to know what y'all think about this. What do you think of all the new posts? What do you think is the most interesting one? Do you think it's a good sign that he's chopping up beats again with his bare hands for Bully? To me, that's the best one. But let me know all your thoughts on this in the comments down below.
If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.